How's it going, everybody? I'm Tobias, I'm a biologist, and today I went on a little hike and I also went mushroom foraging. Okay guys, so I'm heading up the trail into this really gorgeous alpine valley. I probably won't be heading into it too far because I want to stay under a certain elevation to find the mushrooms I'm looking for. But yeah. Pretty far up the trail now, so I'll probably be heading up here just to get off the trail a bit and see if I can find some mushrooms up there. So as you can see here, the forest is more just conifers. That doesn't have to be bad particularly, but for the mushrooms I selected, it actually isn't the best spot, so I'll probably need to head in a bit more. But I'll still, I guess, have a look and see if I can find something, yeah. So if you've never been foraging before, then there are definitely a couple of things you want to keep in mind. With the first one being that it absolutely makes sense to start by reading up on the species you can find in your area and then identifying the ones you're actually interested in. But remember, most of the fungus actually lives underground or inside the material it's decomposing. What you see is just a reproductive structure, kind of like the flower of the organism. It also really helps to know the ecological groups of the mushroom you're looking at. Broadly, you'll hear about two major ones that matter for foraging. First, the mycorrhizal mushrooms. These form symbiotic relationships with trees. You'll often find them growing near specific species, like boletes near oaks or chanterelles near pines. Second, the saprobic mushrooms. These are the decomposers. They break down dead organic matter, think oyster mushrooms on fallen logs, or ink caps popping up from compost piles. Knowing which group your mushroom belongs to gives you a lot of insight into where to look and what kind of habitat supports it. It's one of the easiest ways to start understanding the bigger ecological picture behind what you're foraging. So guys, I wasn't really lucky with chanterelle. To be fair, it's almost the end of the season. I'll probably find the trail again now and then we'll try to get into a bit more of a mixed forest and then actually start looking for the species I was originally heading for. So yeah, let's do it. This section right here is perfect. We can really see, the mixed forest starting. And I'll just head up in there, I guess, and start looking. Oh, already got a nice bad boy here. The next and definitely most important point is safety when it comes to foraging. While mushroom foraging can be a lot of fun, it can also be very dangerous if you're not careful and end up eating something you weren't supposed to. The major rule here is never ever ever eat a mushroom unless you're 1000% certain it's safe to eat. By the way, here I just found my first oyster mushroom. Now, how do you safely identify mushrooms? Start by getting familiar with only a few species, but get to know them really well. When you then go out hiking, bring a guidebook and/or an identification app. These can be super helpful, but keep in mind, apps are tools, not authorities. They're pretty great, but they do make mistakes. And even if you're 1000% sure you've identified it correctly, it's still a good idea to get a second opinion. Maybe find someone who has been foraging before, or if you don't know anyone, visit a local mycological society or a nature institute. Most cities nowadays have organizations that can help you verify your finds safely. Finally, remember, even experienced foragers sometimes make mistakes, and especially in the modern world, where there's really no need to forage for your food, it's never worth risking your life over a mushroom you weren't totally sure about. So I think another good tip is just to bring a breathable bag. They're much better than plastic ones, since the mushrooms, they don't get as soggy. And then also bring a knife to just cut them clean off the base, so you don't really have to rip them out of the ground, which, you know, is better for the ecosystem and better for the environment in general. Also, make sure to check your local regulations on how much you're allowed to collect, and even then, only take what you need. Leave some mushrooms behind, so wildlife and other foragers can enjoy them too. Yeah guys, I guess that was it for today. To be fair, I feel like it was pretty successful. I got a good handful of mushrooms, so I'm pretty happy. I think it was a really nice hike. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video and maybe learned something new about mushroom foraging. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you would like more science-based nature videos, there's a lot more to explore out there. Happy foraging and stay wild.
When the night comes down and stars appear, we'll sing our songs for all to hear. The trail still waits, we've not to fear. For dawn, we'll see us.